Warmer temperatures, as Kent just mentioned, 91 degrees the expected high on Thursday, just a reminder. But escaping the heat by switching on the AC can often put a real pinch in your pocket. And you're not alone. Homeowners spend $29 billion every year just on their air conditioning bills. That's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah, wow. Whether you're looking to cut down on your energy bill or trying to find a reliable contractor to fix your AC, there is help out there. Sarah Wetzel with the BBB joins us with some tips on how to get your money's worth. So what are some quick fixes you can do yourself to help keep the cost of air conditioning down?
Sure. Well, just insulate properly. If you have a window AC unit, make sure it's installed snugly and insulated. Look at your AC ducts, make sure those are insulated properly. And then also look at your windows, your window sills, your doors. Make sure there's weather stripping to keep that cool air in and it's not escaping. Also, just make sure you're keeping everything clean. Change your air filters. If it's dirty, your system's going to run more. It's going to cost more money. And then look at your outside unit. You know, if you haven't done a lot of landscaping yet, you know, there could be leaves around it, branches. If the airflow is not able to get in there, once again, it could damage your system. But when you're inside, just keep fans on too. Ceiling fans, any kind of fans that might, you know, keep the air moving and hopefully prevent you from having to knock down that thermostat. And then if you're not there, don't run it as much. And then finally, just making sure, you know, anything that you can do to keep the cold air in, insulating, any reflective materials between your windows and your curtains.
I do see
to keep that cool air in.
Some of my neighbors do have that. I realize sometimes I leave the windows cracked a little bit. I don't close them all the way.
Right.
And that makes a big difference.
Make sure they're closed.
Exactly.
Yes,
that's a simple fix. There's also some fixes that you do need some help with. You might need a contractor. What are some of those bigger fixes maybe?
The big thing is repairs or even just maintenance. You know, it's good to have an HVAC contractor come out before you turn your system on. A lot of us have already turned ours on, but it would still be beneficial to have somebody come out and check to make sure the system is running properly before the heat of the summer. And then maybe you're interested in a high efficiency unit. Contact your HVAC contractor to pick out which one's best for you.
Now, for me, I don't have a go-to contractor, a go-to HVAC person. So let's say we do need repairs. How does anybody at home find a reliable contractor?
BBB.org is a great resource. Better Business Bureau does the work for you. We vet the company if they're an accredited business. If they are, that means that they're adhering to our standards of trust. You can check out customer reviews, see if they have any complaints and how they're answering those complaints. Also, you want to make sure that you're getting multiple bids. Make sure everything's in writing, the materials being used, make sure you're comparing apples to apples.
Right.
And, you know, just making sure you're making the best choice with your money. And watch out for the red flags. You know, if they're asking for cash only, if they're not using a contract, if there's high pressure sales tactics, you just want to make sure you're protecting yourself.
All that good stuff to make sure that we have a reliable contractor. If you do want to check on a business's rating or even maybe report a scam, you can go to the BBB.org. Sarah, thanks so much for being here. The heat of the summer, AC, we're going to be turning that down in the next couple of days.
Maybe Thursday.
Yeah, especially Thursday. All right, thank you, Sarah. Well, stay with us. A legal battle